All right, now live on YouTube. There we go. Hey. Hey. Hey, look at that. The new multi-light feature looks cool. What's multi-light? Are you talking about the thing? The big thing they're doing? The thing, with the lighting, the lighting thing? What's it called? What's it called again? The lighting thing? What's it called? Super lights? Super lit. Super mega lights. I figured it out. It took a little bit of a process of elimination. They add an icon to the top of each material node so you can quickly preview it without having to go into the context menu. That's nice. Can I disable it? I can imagine myself accidentally clicking that button so many times. I can already picture it now. One cool thing they have in UE5 is they have an icon that shows you when when a variable is a local variable inside of a function or like a global variable. I think that's great. I would like that right now. Not that I'm going to be using UE4 for much longer, but I would like that. That'd be very nice. That's a nice little mini feature. Not a lot of people talk about these kind of things. They're always like, Lumen, Nanoline, Who gives a shit about that? I care about the little tiny icon that appears that shows me if it's a local variable or not on my shit, okay? That's what I care about. I don't care about Nanite or Lumen. Although, maybe I'll use it in the future. I don't know. Not sure if I'm a fan of the new toolbar for the main viewport. That's what I'm saying! I haven't even used it yet. I saw it and I was like, I don't like that. And I don't think I'm going to like that. I'm going to have to get used to it, but I don't like it. I understand why they did it. Because they had to make space for a bunch of new modes and stuff, but... Exactly, Geo. I was looking at the screenshots of that thing, and I was like, why did they swap everything? Now, here's why I think they swapped everything. It's because in different modes, they want to use this left bar for like modeling tools and whatever, so then that way this can make way. And then they have this as something that is always apparent. I think that's why they did it. I still hate it though, because now I'm going to have to rewire my brain of using this engine for 10 years to then like change, like all of this stuff is going to be here. This stuff is going to be here. It's more Blender-like. I guess it is a little bit more like Blender, huh? Right? I think, yeah, toolbar, yeah. If it's Blender-like, I should be able to right-click this and move it to the bottom, though. Just saying. I don't think they've added anything to this, right? To this, public roadmap. I would imagine it's all the same. That's for 5.8. That's for UE6. UE6, hell yeah. There's so much stuff in this engine, man. What the hell is instance actor interop? Spawn and take advantage of the instance actor system. Oh, instance actors are lightweight instances of complex actors were captured in their simplest visual-only representations until they are contained within a given radius from the player position, triggering the visual to hydrate into its full actor. Instance actors work with a mass entity framework in a great way. Whoa, that's sick! Wait, are instance actors a thing outside of PCG as well? Does that mean that in a foliage actor, How some people make trees that are choppable. They have the tree and the foliage actor, but then they swap it out with like an actual actor. Could you, in theory, instead just use instanced actors? Because that seems like that fixes that problem. It just creates a lightweight, just the static mesh that's probably instanced, and then it just swaps it out with an actual tree once you actually start chopping it down. You know, Minox, it hydrates it. I don't know why they keep using different terminologies for everything. Why hydrate? Why hydrate? Why not just wake? I guess they don't want to use wake because that's used for physics, so they have to use a different term. But why hydrate? When you go away from the actor, what happens? Does it get dehydrated? Hydrating is a web thing. Oh, interesting. Okay. Lots of games already do that manually. I know, but this creates a system. A lot of Unreal is just, hey, these people are doing this often and creating their own solution. Let's just create a solution for them. I feel like that's a lot of Unreal Engine when you think about it. Enhanced input, basically just that. Instead of you having to manually create input systems. Although there are a few things that are added in there that I don't think you would necessarily be able to do. You can, but with really roundabout shit. And then tons of other stuff that I would say is all of like a bunch of animation nodes are that, like IK nodes and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to Mover, Matt. I'm curious to see. The one thing I'm worried about Mover is they make it so complex, it feels like you're using GAS. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Is that they make it so overly engineered with a horrible UX for developers that it's like you're fucked. I hope that's not the case. So I look at some of it and I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah. See, gameplay cameras. Again, another feature that like anybody could do themselves, but they're just implementing it in. So it's there already, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I went in a tangent. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, the interactable object. We need to see if that works. Post process volume. Interactable object is already set. Go in here. I think it's a value of 4. I can't. I can't override the render custom depth path. There we go. $3,000 units might be a bit too far. Let's adjust that. I think 2,000 units might be a good number. That way you see it, but you don't see it from like across the entire map. Time to make everything destructible. Aha! I think we can make it even smaller. I'm thinking 1750. I'm thinking real specific. 1750. Hell yeah, baby. Yeah, I think that's a good number. So now, that should look a lot cleaner. Melee enemies need a sound effect for when they start an attack. Okay. What do we do for that? What do we do for that? Can anybody... No, I'm not going to make them say a line. I'm coming in for an attack. You know, I'm not going to make them do that type of shit. In fact, actually, I remember I installed Sifu a while back. let's see what Sifu does when they're going in for a melee attack, if they even do any sound effects. Let's see if they make any noise. This is going to be really loud, isn't it? You are now online. Where's my mouse? Nowhere to be found. I haven't played this game in a while. Oh! Okay, I want to see if there's any sounds when an enemy attacks.
What you doing in here, pal?
I forgot how to play this game.
I pity you.
Alright, well, that's good. I haven't played it in...
Round 2.
I don't think they play sound when they're attacking. I pressed the dodge button. Wow, they don't play any sounds. My controller's shaking. I'm not even playing with controller.
Nerves get the better of you?
They don't play a sound when they're going in for an attack. That's another task I should add in here, though. Add controller haptics. Hell yeah. The art of this game is Craigasm. It is a pretty damn good-looking game, huh? I think at one point I wanted to try to make this game look like Sifu, I think. I don't remember, actually. This is how you're going to justify not adding a sound? No, I do think it would be worthwhile having a sound effect for enemies. Much progress has been made since I last came in here. That wasn't my game. Oh. Upla. How's your day going? Does the explosions break glass? Oh, they do. Cool. Okay. Enemies attacking from different angles. This is like Max Payne, John Wick. This is like every single video game in existence. It's Fortnite. It's everything. It's every video game. What kind of sound effect do we give them before they start an attack? Midnight Fight Express, I'm assuming you mean, Ruth. Grunts slash yells. I don't know if that would be enough for, like, I guess. I'm kind of surprised that Sifu doesn't have... I would I don't know why I didn't get hit there. See, like right there, I didn't. Now maybe that just means the directional thing is just maybe not good enough. So, okay, question. Do I add a sound effect for all views, third person and top down, no matter what? Or do I only add a sound effect like a like kind of sound, or like a little like warning sound when they're attacking from behind in third person? Or should I do for all of them? I don't know. I don't know what to do there. I think this is one of those cases where this is going to require, I think, probably just a bunch of settings and options for the player to choose if they wanted it. Which one is the most, what's the most natural decision to make here? Oh, I turned on God mode. No wonder I wasn't getting hit. I don't know. Wah! Exactly. Yeah, Ruth, for sure. But the problem is, in Sifu, it's a different kind of camera setting where the direction you're moving in, you're facing it. In this sense, we are always facing forward. So it's a bit harder to do camera mode like that. Trying to keep all of the action in one place. Like, I can maybe zoom out the camera a little bit, but that might produce some unwanted results that players might not like. Sleeping Dogs, Arkham, etc. do it. They do the same thing. Their camera, if I remember correctly, they're not locking their character to an axis. I feel like that shouldn't have succeeded because I was spamming the counterattack key. I don't know. I feel like we do need to make the enemies making more noise. You know what I mean? When I punch them, do they... They kind of make a noise, but it's not like very apparent. I don't know. Maybe a bit more sound can help. Very basic and abstract, though, I'm imagining. Oh, yeah. I think it would be a very, very, very basic abstract sound, so it's not like too in your face. It would probably be positional as well. feel like that would be pretty important. Maybe the direction UI is just not good enough as well. Maybe it's not enough of an indicator. Like it might not be... I don't know, dude. Hold on. Let's see what I got in my basket of sound effects. I'm going to lower the sound for you guys because these might be very loud. Nope. Nope. I'm looking through the retro section because I feel like I might be able to find something here. Wait, hold on. Cues? No. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Menu UI beeps? Miscellaneous. Oh, wait, we're still in retro. Hold on. Let's see if we can find something here. What kind of a sound would that even be? It's like a very... Yeah, it's a very abstract sound. So let's see miscellaneous. I think I might just have to edit something. It might just have to be... Yeah, I might just have to edit something, I think. I don't think I'll be able to... A big fart with reverb? Yeah, exactly. A big fart with reverb. Human, female, human, male. Let's see what you got. That's kind of weird. Coughing sounds. It reminds me of Tarkov when enemies are just like, or your character's fucking going through some shit. Like, fucking, we should add that.
Grenade!
No, that's awful. That's pretty bad, man. Wait, do we actually have a sound for when they attack? They don't. There's no grunt sound. That actually gave me a good idea. I feel like some of these sound like attack sounds. Like getting hit sounds. Yeah, like... Pro Sound Collection sounds like one of those stolen asset sound packs. This one's been around for a really long time, but honestly, I wouldn't doubt it if someone finds out, hey, you know, this one kind of fucking... It's been around for a very, very long time. You guys hearing this shit? Was that combat system difficult? I don't know. Death torture. Jesus. Yeah, that was me like 30 minutes ago on the toilet. Or an hour ago. Got effort push fast 05. Is that your recording? No, but it might as well be. That's a good one. Yeah. They should laugh when you get hit. That'd be funny. I'm pretty sure we literally use these sounds for when the enemy gets damaged. Hold on, hold on. Where the fuck I am? Damaged. Event damage actor. Aha, enemy grunt hurt. What? Impacts attenuation? Shouldn't it be vocal sound attenuation? Oh yeah, dude, there's so many fucking sound effects in here. What the hell, man? I don't understand why the grunts are so quiet though. I have it as a volume multiplier 1 and it's still like really quiet. Oh, I have a volume minimum of 0.15. Dude, why is the range so fucking big, man? No wonder there's times where you don't hear it. Ow. There we go. Okay, so now let's just make another set of sound effects, I guess, then. Which is Q enemy grunt hurt. Let me guess. Does this one also have a modulator that's like really low? Okay, come on. Come on. Is this a joke now? Come on. Impacts attenuation. 400, 3600. What is the vocal? 250, 2400. Am I using some sort of soft lock system to pull the character towards the player? Yes. Yeah. Or, well, player towards the enemies. You're woozy. Damn, I love how exclamation mark game brings up Ronin. That's great. That's great. Enemy grunt swinging. So we want some different sound effects in here. However, the problem is we're using a lot of these. They're like playing the same sound when they attack. I can't tell if that's them attacking or them getting hit. I guess it's interchangeable, I guess. Okay, that's creepy. Let's not. I don't like that. I don't like that. What the hell? It sounds so comedic, man. Effort action release. Sure. Put that in. I'm in the wrong place. Put that in. Don't take it out of context. How many sounds we got? 3? Jeez, man. This might be a case where we're like manually placing the sound effects because I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that though. Okay. Are we doing any layering? I don't know if I'll be layering these. They're not going to be 100% accurate, but at least it's better than nothing when they do a swing attack. So now let's find the bat. Player bat swing, enemy bat swing. I'm going to assume this is the sound they use, and we use a different one, which is the player bat swing. Which honestly, the hero character should have different attacks, but you know, whatever. I'm going to assume these are the ones that they're using. I'm not sure. Let me just have it open. And then let's go to the grunt behavior tree. And let me see here. Attack swing, grunt type. Baseball swing 1, baseball swing 2. Yep, that's the one. So this is going to be enemy grunt swinging. Some of them sound good, some of them sound like we're getting attacked. That one I don't like. Goodbye. Don't like that one either. Oof. I think just the release ones are good. I think this one we might delete as well. Let's see. Honestly, I think that sounds fine. Let's see what they sound like though. Ultimately, playtesting will give us a good idea of if it feels good or not. Is the sound timed with the dodge window? Not really. Not really. I'm gonna increase that. They're not playing the... Oh, I forgot to put it... Derp. I forgot to put it in the second swing attack as well. That's probably what they're playing. Which is why I can't hear it. I'm going to say like right here. It's not timed with the dodge window. It's more so timed with where they start like actually attacking. Like right before their attack. Like, okay, let's see. Let me increase the Unreal Engine volume. Let me increase the audio volume a little bit. God, we should play that. We should stop playing the start sound when going into slow-mo. When getting a perfect dodge. I really hate that. Hello, Cross. How's it going? What are the cones on the ground? That's when they're trying to decide where they're moving. I have to remove it. Actually, I might do that right now. Right here. There we go. I wasn't going to spend 70 euros on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but then I saw Tifa. The Gooners. The Gooners. You said you're going to finish 1 month ago. Are you sure this isn't a live service game? trying to come up with a comeback, but just add a subscription. Why don't you add a subscription to this channel by subscribing to the channel? I'm broke. Well, broke boy, really? Trying to play Thief, a 1998 game, but I can't get it to run in window mode. Are you running the compatibility mode or whatever? Because a lot of those old games need that. I love Final Fantasy games, so I was going to buy it regardless. If you can't afford $35 cookies, just say you broke. It's crazy, dude. She got a lot of flack for saying that shit. But let's be real. It's kind of fucking funny. It's kind of funny. Now, would I buy those shitty cookies? No. But it was kind of funny. You know? You hear people say that joke all the time. Then when one popular streamer says it, one popular female streamer says it, then it's like, wow, that's really like, wow, that's so fucking mean. Says the Redditor who would probably like burn a fucking flare up someone's asshole like in any instant they could. Who said it? It was Pokimane. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not buying $35 fucking cookies. I could probably buy $5 cookies at the store and they probably taste better. But There isn't a setting for window mode. There's a workaround where I just changed the CFG file, except they must have updated it because the file I'm supposed to change doesn't exist. Does that config file only create itself once you've started the game? Maybe it's an app data. And listen, the game is almost done, by the way. We're getting very close to done. It's honestly, we're in like kind of like polish stage, and I have to kind of wait because the localization companies are working on stuff right now, so it's kind of a waiting game anyways. Once they're done, then it's on me. You know what I mean? Like, then it's on me. I do have to work on the trailer, the first announcement trailer. I need to work on that. I need to work on that. I do need to work on that. I do need to work on that. Yeah, I say, I do need to. This is kind of loud. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, it's kind of cool that they play different sounds now. I do think they should, like, randomly yell or something. God, like, see, like, there, I didn't even hear him. Will I be streaming the trailer creation process? Probably not. How about a trailer that announces the announcement? Listen, man, we already got 2 trailers on the docket, okay? We got the announcement trailer, and then we got the release trailer. I can't have an announcement trailer for the announcement. That's the Twitter fucking... That's gameplay 2. That we've already basically done that. That's the trailer for the announcement trailer. Right here. That's what this is. That's what that is. Yeah, there. That's what that is. That's basically the trailer for the announcement trailer. I already did my part. That looked heat. You haven't seen it yet? I'm gonna try to reshoot that, but with like better aim and everything. And probably turning off the crosshair as well, so it looks a little bit more cinematic. Hopefully I can get it to look as good. It's probably going to take like 50 takes. Do you have any Blender or Unreal add-ons you endorse and I should buy? AutoRig Pro for Blender. UV Packmaster for Blender. Auto settings for Unreal. Trying to think, what's the name of that fucking thing? Zen UV for Blender, for doing trim sheets and stuff like that. Does hold on. God of War combat gameplay. I've already played and made a save. There's no saves in app data. I'm not sure. They play a grunt sound before they're attacking. And also the kid tells you when they're behind. So we add a kid that follows us. Yes! That's the plan. A companion. Okay, I kind of want gameplay with the HUD so I can see like the raw game play. Okay, let's just do God of War gameplay. No commentary. God of War gameplay, no commentary. All right, let's look at this guy. 16 hours. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So here's my problem. And I know what the problem is. We need, I think, an initial grunt sound. When they're starting their anticipation. Maybe I put it at the peak? No, that's not enough. Where's the very beginning of the game? This isn't the beginning of the game. Is this the beginning of the game? Maybe we need different sounds. Hold on. Maybe these aren't enough. Hold on. You're making me turn down the volume? All right, well, listen, pussa. All right, listen. All right, this is part of the job, okay? What do you want from me? My grandma's in the house? Just tell them you're working. It's a human male seed. Is there any good sounds? No, those are not good. I don't like human. I'm not a big fan of human male D. I'm more of a human male B kind of guy. I think more of a human male B kind of guy. Even though they all sound like shit. We need I think the problem is we need an initial sound before they swing. You know how Bethesda makes its players download mods to fix bugs? Thief Gold has a whole forum dedicated to installing a fix that'll let me put it in Windows and see the cutscenes. But like Bethesda. Yeah, I don't know. They need like a going in for attack, like a preparing sound. So not a swinging sound, but like a preparing sound. You know what I mean? Swinging attack prep. I don't know what kind of sound that would sound like. I don't know. It needs to be something, though. It needs to be something that kind of warns the player that they're going in for an attack. These don't sound like battle shouts. They sound like they're just getting hit. Sounds awful. Do you want me to yell into a microphone? Don't you think your grandma would find that more concerning than hearing... fuck it. Let's try some of these. Even though they're technically being used for some of the damage sounds. Although they shouldn't be. Sure, let's try these four. Give it a try, give it a whirl, let's see what happens. Fucking bullshit. I'll tell her I'm working. That's what I said. Okay, this one we need to change because there's a sound effect in here, and I think it's this one. Delete that one. Go away. Go away. Go away. There's also a sound in here. Go away. Sounds like a getting hit. Now, if you're wondering, are we keeping the same person? No, it's different voices playing, okay? Am I gonna fix that? No. Fuck you. I'm not gonna fix that, you kidding me? Okay, well, let's just see. Here's what we can do. For the swinging sound, we lower the volume to 0.75. But the grunt, the attack prep, we keep it at 1. Then that way, yeah. It sounds really stupid, but whatever. Let's see what it sounds like. Let me turn up the volume. Okay. It does sound... doesn't sound bad. Let's try raising the volume a little bit. This might be a bit loud. You might want to lower the volume a little bit. You know what? I think the problem I don't like about them is they don't seem in line with all of the other sound effects. Like everything else is so much louder while they're like really quiet. We need to do a bit of sound balancing. The fucking sound is like, it's all over the place. Like sometimes it's like, it's just not, it's too quiet. I don't know if it's the attenuation. Let's try natural sound. Let's try natural sound. Inner radius 500. It's too quiet, man. They're too fucking quiet. Let me take a look. The wave sample doesn't even look that quiet per se. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look that quiet. So let's just up the volume multiplier to 1.5. Up that to 1.5 because it's already being 0.75. Now, here's a problem. Do they sound stupid? Does it sound stupid having those sounds in? I love hearing them go, and then accidentally hitting one of their friends. I've been wearing the same t-shirt every day in hopes it makes me a better game dev like you. Hey. This is a different t-shirt. I got 2 of them. Yeah, maybe a little bit lower volume. Maybe we do the volume min of 0.5 for the swinging sound. For the prep sound, let's do 0.8. And let's also change a bit of the pitch. I do agree with that. I think we could do 0.88 and then 1.02 for the pitch max. And then for the swinging, let's do 0.88 as well, 1.0. Let's not up pitch them. I want the attack prep to be there because it's pretty important, but let me change that. I'm going to make it so when we do a perfect dodge, I don't want to play the sound. The beginning sound when we go into slow-mo. I really hate that. I'm going to turn that off real quick. It kind of sounds a bit weird. I think if we don't do this sound, I feel like if we don't do the sound, we at least need a sound when perfect dodging. Not that sound specifically, but a sound when perfect dodging. Because it sounds a bit weird without anything. Yeah, we need a sound for perfect dodge. It sounds empty now that we don't have that sound. I do think I don't like that sound. I think we could do a better sound. Like a wind whooshing kind of sound or something. Okay, the grunting sounds. How does it sound top down? They kind of sound really silly when they're in slow-mo, but ah, fuck it. Maybe it adds a little bit of comic relief to the game. You know what I mean? Let me see something. Where is my meter? Loudness meter. Okay, so our gunshot sound goes up to like -10. What does the grunt sound go up to? -20. -15. I think it's okay. Maybe it's fine. Because we don't want it. I don't think we want it to be louder than a gunshot sound. Probably. What about putting a tightening grip sound instead before the swing animation starts? That could also be an idea. Because the grunts do get old very quick, I will admit. Like, obviously, we're hearing it in a very extreme manner where, like, we're constantly listening to it, right? But I don't know. Couple of things here. I'll keep it at 1.3. 1.25. I really do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the grunts right now. Yeah, maybe like a tightening grip sound. Let's see. I know I have some of those sound effects somewhere else, but can I find them in this pack? This would be some kind of Foley sound. We're looking at these more unique sound bits, in my opinion. That could be the problem. Is that maybe there's just not enough sounds, especially for how many times it happens. Where's those sounds? They're not farts. They're leather stretch couch chair 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06. And 27. There's 27 of these. Crim, they're farts? No, they're not, man. Don't be fucking weird. I don't have any tightening sounds other than the couch sounds. Those are like the closest to tightening. Okay, they kind of sound a little bit like farts, but don't. Hey, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. I don't know what kind of sound we can use for the enemies. The grunts are definitely getting old very, very quick, though. I'm not a big fan of them. Oh! Shit. Let me take a look at my sound effect pack. Okay, let's take a look. Close combat. Let's see here. Body fall sound, body grab sound, body. Let's see body grab. Let's see what you got. Body grab leather. I know you guys can't hear these. Because it'd be loud. Yeah, I don't know what kind of sound we could do besides the... I don't know. Let's do a min of 0 and a min of 0. Maybe they just need more sounds. Maybe that's our problem. Where are we? Attack prep. Let's aim to have 3 more sound effects in here. Maybe that's the problem, is they keep playing the same 3 sounds. What does he sound like? What is this? Attack prep. These don't sound good, man. What if you play a short release grunt after the swing? I want something pre-swing, but it's possible that we might just design a different sound effect that's not vocal, like a vocal sound. Sure, I don't like it, but let's put it in the list. Huh? Stop that. Someone shoot that guy. In game. Stop! Okay. Well, I'm fucking hating this right now. I'm gonna be honest. This is pissing me off. Let me take a look at the other human sounds, even though I don't like them. They suck. Found a basic metal pipe swing one without vocals. You can post it. The problem is I don't know if that will work as a pre-sound effect. That's the only problem. There's like a pre-sound.
Attack!
Oh god. You kidding me? God, these suck. That's a pretty good coughing sound though. I'll give it to him. God, that kind of made me cough. I don't like this one. How about human male C? Sounds like a fucking character in Oblivion, man. Whatever. Put you in. Oblivion guy. Put you in, Oblivion guy. We'll put you in, Oblivion guy. Let's see what you got. Let's see how different it sounds. All right, Oblivion guy. I don't like it, dude. I fucking hate it, actually. Oblivion guy, you're out. Get out of here. You don't fit the bill. God, now it just kind of looks weird how we set the modulator from like 0 to 1. I don't know. Swinging 1. Attack prep 1.5. Yeah, we might need a different sound effect. Maybe we do layer something on top of here. Guys, it's time to whip out the couch sounds. Yeah, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try the couch sound. Hold on. Before you jump to conclusions, you never know. It might work really well. Oh. Hold on. Hold on. You don't know yet. Are those little fart sounds? No. All right, hold on. Wait for it. Let's see what it sounds like. You can't even hear it. It sounds like he's shitting himself. Okay, guys, listen. Y'all need to grow up, okay? It's just a couch sound. You guys ever sit on a couch before? Alright, the sound does not sound very good. Alright, fine, I'll give it to you. It does not sound good. But what if we choose a different sound? What if we try this? What does that sound like? That doesn't sound really correct. Random. Which sound effect is this? This should be prep. Okay, good. Let's try it out. I don't think it's it. I don't know why none of the enemies are attacking. I don't know, guys. I don't know how I feel. Like, how do you script AI? I don't know. Sell your soul to, I don't know, to the Unreal Gods and hope it works. It doesn't sound right. I think it has to be a very abstract sound for this to work. I don't mind that sound being in there, like layered into it. But the grunt sound is too much. I think it's too much. It also sounds really weird being quiet. Like, it sounds really weird being quiet. Like, it doesn't, like, we got to go in or we got to go not in. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to sound weird. Let's, oh man, I can't remove some of these sounds because if I remove too many of them, then we end up having too many. You're a comedian. It would have been like playing Suit for Hire, going mission to mission without exposition of any kind. Wait, what do you mean? That is Suit for Hire. But that is Suit for Hire. We don't have exposition. That's not a thing. We don't have that. You seem tired. How's your day going? I seem tired. I'm a game developer. I'm tired every day. What do you mean? It's just that's a byproduct of being in this industry. My day's going okay. My coffee sucked ass again. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a good medium/dark roast coffee. You know what? Maybe I just don't like medium/dark roast anymore. It just tastes bitter. So the vocal sound is... The attenuation volume at the fall off distance in decibels, -60. What is this supposed to be, guys? Any sound professionals? How many servers do you guys have? What do you mean by that? 0, I guess? 1? My hope is that players don't constantly just listen to the enemies, like what we're doing. I think what we're doing is we're applying ear fatigue without seeing what it actually sounds like in-game. You know what I mean? You know? Would you guys watch an AI-generated video with AI people? What do you take me for? A fucking long-term care patient? What's ear fatigue? It's like when you're hearing the same sound effect constantly, and it's like... you get tired of hearing it. It's like the same thing when you hear footstep sounds constantly without any other sound effects to like mix into it. So yeah. Oh, by the way, Prismatica, thank you for the raid, man. Thank you. 2 Suit to Hire, hell yeah. How'd the stream go? Yeah, maybe Duck. I don't know. I don't have any sounds like that though, and I don't really want to record any grunting sounds, to be honest. Oh. That water tasted weird. Did not like that. I feel like we need to see what it sounds like in game to get like a proper like indicator of if it sounds good or not. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's fine. I think the sound is actually fine. It just sounds like a lot when you only hear that sound and nothing else. Whoa, that didn't hit? Interesting. Hold on, I need to do that execution again. Yeah, I think ultimately actually the sound is not that bad. I think it's when you start Oh, there's no checkpoint over there? Maybe we should add a checkpoint in here. When you start tunnel visioning on a specific sound effect, I feel like that ends up happening where we get into this problem where like it doesn't sound very good. Maybe it's playing too much, but then it's like, well, yeah, because I'm in God mode, not doing anything, and we don't hear any differences. So I think that's... I think what we could add is actually like more layered sounds. Ah! Always play test in the game. Yeah, yeah. It is a... I think for sound design, I do think that is a pretty integral thing. Now, here's something I'm noticing. The vocal sound might actually be good to have a longer fall-off distance. Because their death sound... Let me actually make sure that the death sound is even the correct thing. It is. It's vocal sound attenuation. We don't really hear their sound from far away. I wouldn't mind hearing it a little bit farther away. Oh. Today's beta I was able to preview locked close and they stay on me even when during gameplay. Are you using controller, Anderson? Because I think I noticed that happening with controller. I was able to kind of do that a while back. Actually, I don't know. Did I put that on the list? After returning to the main menu and receiving achievements, cosmetic unlocks does not re-update. They should. Today's build, I was able to preview locked closes and they stay on me even when during gameplay. No, with keyboard and mouse. I just hover over the items and they stay on. Interesting. So you... Oh, fuck. So you're... Let's see. So how are you doing that? Are you like... No, all of my stuff is unlocked because I'm in the main menu. At the issue intermittently. I just hover over the items and they stay on. Okay, I might need a little bit more info, but let's see. Like how you accomplish doing that. I can't hit the back key. I hover over a locked item and then I stop hovering and they stay equipped. Huh? I pressed escape and it worked when the first beta branch came out. Let me try and replicate it again. I know that is a problem, I believe, because it also occurs on controller. It's just equipped in the customized screen. Oh, okay. They're crazy. So maybe there's two issues. So first bug is default customization suit is incorrect and equipping a locked item. And then the other bug is hovering over items that I would say this is red actually. I think both of these are red, actually. They're not game-breaking, but they're definitely problematic. Doesn't happen always, and sometimes they reset when I start the mission. I've noticed that happen. I just don't know how to reproduce it. I just need steps to reproduce it. That'll make it so much easier for me. He had lock close equipped? Okay. Interesting. Okay. I wanted to ask you for an opinion. I wanted to start learning Unreal and game dev in this summer. Do you have any advice? I'd say just get in there and have a good time. I'd say just get in there and I'd say just get in there and have fun with it, you know, get some assets on, so there's a bunch of free assets on Fab, and just start messing around with it. Treat it like a Lego space, and then, yeah, treat it one step at a time. Sure, this is just equipped in the customize screen. If there's no valid equipped item, it fails to reset, maybe? I think I have some ideas for the initial, the issue with, well, I have a fix potentially for like the default thing that's being equipped. I think I have an idea of what's going on there. For the hovering one, I got to figure out what happens. Does it not play the unhovered event? I want to say your game looks clean and amazing. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. He had the leather Punisher-like suit equipped as a default when starting with a clean save. Okay. Let's see. I bet I probably know what happened there, but let's just see. We don't have any defaults equipped for the upper body and lower body, so maybe that's part of the problem. Persistent save slot, character customization. Let's fix that issue first. Oh. It has no defaults, actually. I got multiple problems there. Create the save game object, persistent save, game slot, persistent save. Okay. We need to set these defaults. I can see in the character customizer, we have hair color index 17 and eyebrow color. So head type M1. Facial hair 1. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Head type, we don't have one. Okay, so let's go into our thing. Head options, let's do H1 as the default head. I think that was probably, this is probably the problem right here. I just did the hover bug when going fast left to right. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that then. think it might occur if you restart a few. I think it might occur if you restart a few times really quick by going back to the menu. You can also fall through the floor. I did see that when you posted that on Discord, Imperius. I think I fixed it. Falling through the floor. I would imagine that is probably. Is that just in that shipping level in the Caribbean series? I did make some adjustments, so hopefully that fixes things. But God, I got so much shit open. I don't know where the fuck I am. Where the fuck I am? Let's see, FH0. Let's do FH1 for eyebrow. FH1, and then upper body. We need the default upper body, which is just default. And then for lower body, it is also default. I would imagine that that should work. The main game instance loads before the levels. And then, okay. Hey, Babu, how are you? I'm okay, how are you? Okay, we're good. Close that real quick. That should fix the issue of the default customization being incorrect. What's weird is that it's set to none, and for some reason it was going to one of the I guess it was just picking a random customization. That, or it was picking the last one? I don't know. But I would assume changing those default values right here probably fixes it. I don't know what the skin tone's supposed to be though. It says 0 here. Ear color index and eyebrow color index. Set those to 17, I guess, because that's apparently what it's set to. And looking good. Apparently there's a video on Discord. Quick hover keeps the customization equipped. You gotta like really force it to do it. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, eh? As soon as you finish revamping the Toronto series, I was able to see through the ceiling in the lab level in third person. Lab level. Do I have that marked down? Maybe I didn't actually fix that. Hold on. I'm assuming that is underground, I think. Oh, that's the wrong level. Warehouse tunnels. Let's see here. Groups, unlock. Oh, it has ceiling, the ceiling profile, which I think we don't want anymore. That, or maybe I just fix the ceiling profile. Hold on. Let's go to here. Collision, da-da-da. Scroll bar. Jarvis, turn on my scroll bar. Oh, there we go. Ceiling. We want it to block camera. We also technically want it to block damageable and visibility. I actually don't know why any of those are not turned on. Sight, we probably also want to block. That would make sense. Okay. That should fix it. Yeah, whenever that happens to you guys, let me know which levels that's happening in. Because I do want to fix that, make sure we don't have any of that happening. Okay, that should fix the default. Now, we do need to fix the other problem, which is hovering over items that are locked keeps them equipped at times. Hovering over an item on controller and hitting back key keeps the over a locked item on controller and hitting back key keeps equipped. I know that's another issue on controller that we'll try to fix. So how can we fix on mouse and keyboard the quick problem? Shit, man. I actually don't know how we can fix that. I don't know if I can actually reproduce this on in editor. I think I could easily probably reproduce it in the actual package build. Let's see, if I hover over it and then alt, yeah, it's not that. Can't do anything there. Oh yeah, it happens a lot more often in a package build. Like very consistently. Maybe FPS related? Even if it is FPS related, we should figure out what the issue is by just completely just reading on unhover. Oh man, I don't know. Because here we use on unhovered to read the event. The problem is hold on, let me go back into the game. Am I planning on releasing on consoles eventually as well? Maybe Xbox? I don't know about PlayStation. No clue about PlayStation. Here's the thing. It is calling the unhovered event on unhovered. Now, here's how I know it's calling the unhovered event. The tooltip isn't staying on the screen. So because of the fact that it's staying on the screen, that's telling me that something else is causing this. Right? You see how it's like unhovering? It means that it is playing it. I can't I can't do it again. So you can still do that as well on keyboard and mouse. You can just hover over something and then hit escape. And then it'll do that. Okay. Call unhovered. My loading soft references asynchronous. I think we load all of the soft references right from the get-go. But I could be wrong. Let me see. Actually, no. I think maybe we do load it right off. Yeah, that might be the problem. That could be the problem. Where the hell am I? Yeah, we do load it. So maybe, yeah, maybe it is waiting until it's loading the asset before it sets it. If I jump to the level change zone, I start laying on the ground in the next level. I would make a bug report for it, Anderson. I'm not too concerned with that kind of bug because you could just stand right back up, I think, right after doing that, if I remember correctly. But it's definitely something we could fix. I would just, if you have the time, maybe make a thread for it. No, it loads when we hover. The problem might be that while this is loading, can you cancel loading of an asynchronous? Like, I don't think you can do that. Can you cancel? Cancel asynchronous. Cancels all currently queued streaming packages. Yeah, I think what's happening is it's loading. It's loading after the fact. Where's our unhover system? Like, where is all of this stuff? Oh, maybe it's not in here. It is kind of interesting that you could do a cancel async loading. Here's the thing, though. It cancels all async loading. Which could be problematic. Like, what if that breaks something? Oh, I don't know if I want to use that. Unreal moment? For real. Actual Unreal moment. Could be cancel all on current. Let's double click it. Let's find out. Let me quickly just hide this real quick just so I don't show any stuff by accident. Okay, so you gameplay statics cancel async loading. Calls cancel async loading. What is this event calling to? Is it calling to self? On self? Wait, what is... Okay, there we go. It calls asynchronous package loader. Canceling an async loading while loading is suspended will result in an infinite stall. Get async load percentage. Huh. Interesting. Cancel async loading. Maybe this is not the fix. I don't think that's the fix. There's also a suspend. Suspend. Yeah, Chrono. That would be the cleaner solution for sure. Let's see here. On, clicked on unhovered, upper button unhovered. Set the upper body. Just preload everything if they could be previewed that quickly. I think the thing is, technically, I could preload everything. The thing is, when you start hovering over them, they stay loaded, I think, up until probably garbage collection. So I think what's probably happening is that, I'm not sure actually. Not sure what could be going on. Let's see, hold on. I'm trying to think. And you can't cancel a load operation, huh? That's really annoying that you can't cancel a load operation. Arr. What could be the fix here? Are we setting anything in here whenever we load? No, we're just setting it. We're not checking the actual current object that's loaded. Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. When you check if the player is still trying to preview such a clip before applying. So one fix I could do to this while still having kind of part of the issue, if the player starts hovering over it really quickly, I might be able to just ignore that and then just make it so when they back out to go into a mission, I just re-equip the stuff that they actually have equipped, right? That makes sense. That's one fix that I have in my head currently, but that doesn't resolve the problem that we're currently seeing here, albeit, you know, if it happens, it happens, right? Maybe just load sync. So you're saying to do blocking loading? I don't know if I want to do blocking loading. That would fix the problem. Rather than asynchronous, we just load the asset, which I think is just load asset blocking. Load asset blocking. Right. This would, in theory, resolve the problem. However, we'd end up with a lot of hitching, which I don't think we want our players to experience. How could we fix what would be a way to fix this? We almost need to do a check in here, incompleted, to see if the current mesh that we're trying to load is the mesh that we actually want right now. I think that's ideally what we'd want. So we want to probably keep track at all times what we currently have equipped. Where do we do that? Where do we do that? Where do we do that? Because we're calling 2 load events asynchronously. One is happening after the other one is currently occurring. If that one is already loaded in, which it will, then we ignore the one. Do I unload when stopping hovering? That is up to Unreal's garbage collection. And obviously that it's order, like it's asynchronous fuckery. That's basically what's going on. Here's what we need to do. We need to keep track of current hovered customization. That's what we need to do. Every time we hover over something, we're going to set that to the new hovered thing. Or maybe we set that in the character customizer actor. So customize character is the actual character. We're going to do hovered character cosmetics. Sure, whatever. Bit of a roundabout way of doing this, but it should resolve the problem. Customize character struct on startup. I guess we'll do it in the save system. Not that it matters, but let's just put it in here. Ideally, where I would like to put it is where we initially set everything, which is, I think, in the begin play. Okay, good. Not that we care about this, actually, on begin play. I'm just doing it just in case some weird stuff occurs. Okay, so. Good.
Shit my pants, I did. Mmm. Huh? Mm.
Hello.
Sweet. Okay. Good, Jay. Thanks for the prime, man. I returned from Final Fantasy VII. How was it? How'd it go? Is this like a newly released thing? Why am I seeing multiple people talking about Final Fantasy now? Did like is it Rebirth, right? Did that come out today or something? Hovered character set by reference variable. Set, hold on, what the fuck is it called? Set array element? No, set members. There we go, set members. This is gonna get dirty real quick, guys. Okay, so this is upper body. By the way, the Remagic logo ended up printing fine for that guy. Thank the Lord. Hey, nice. Hell yeah, man. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this all manually for every single hovered thing. Do I care about hair colors, eyebrow colors? Interesting. I have a gate in here to stop spamming. To stop players from spamming things. Very, very interesting. How close are we to the finale? We're pretty close. I think. Oh, it came out on PC this year. Oh, okay. So instead of upper body, this is hair. That makes sense. And then I got to do a bunch of stuff so that it doesn't equip the wrong thing inside of the thing. You know what I mean? And after the asynchronous loading. Populate hair colors. Guys? Yeah, we're just fixing a couple really silly poopy bugs. Silly poopy bugs. Little like edge case bugs in the customization menu. Hey, Sky, I bought the game a little while ago, but I wanted to know, was the game a financial success for you to the point you could do full-time for years? On release, that alongside the mega grants definitely allowed me to do maybe like a year or two full time. Not really, a year probably. But that was with the mega grant that I got from Epic. I would say a mega grant for this game, that's so cool. I know. I would say no. It was probably not enough of a financial success. Now, we'll see when the 1.0 comes out. We'll see what happens. If I'll be able to go full time. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Crim's a con artist bamboozling multi-billion-dollar companies. Let's be real. There's probably way worse fucking projects that got a mega grant that like asked for way more money. That's not to say that I could do a better job of actually continuing the project that they actually gave the mega grant for. Don't get me wrong. And I am considering that as one of the potential games that I work on next, right? So, yeah. Here's that line. How are you all? I'm doing good, man. How are you? Even with the early access, not sure if you want to share how many copies you sold around. I don't like sharing that information, at least not right now. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. But for now, I don't really like releasing the numbers too much publicly. Do you prefer you release a game that made it to the top 1% in revenue? I wouldn't say top 1%, but I will say I think it probably at the very least made top 20% in terms of revenue when it comes to video games. Maybe top 10%. There's a lot of games that release that like don't get over $1,000. Can you get multiple mega grants? You can, yeah, totally. At least this game is on Steam. Most probably never come out. Probably true. Probably true. So this is facial hair. All of this just to fix one little tiny bug, which I don't even know if it'll fix it. Maybe I should just test this on upper body first. I can't test it in engine though, because apparently it just does not work as much in engine. Did you manage to fix the memory leak? I think when I bought it sometime 1 year ago, the game crashed with a memory leak and lost my save game. I have no clue. I fixed some crashes, but some crashes still happen. Now, in terms of you losing your save game, shouldn't happen as often. Years ago, though, we had a completely different save system, so I'm sure that should be improved, at least there. At least in that regard, it should be improved. Mesh is loaded in editor game once, it stays loaded, so async load just grabs the already loaded asset. It does until it gets garbage collected. If we don't have any references to that soft object or whatever, or that object, I think it'll end up getting garbage collected, and I think that's what's happening. One of the objects is probably getting garbage collected, or the asynchronous load is happening. It's like not doing it quick enough, and I think that's what's going on. And that's why it's like so random. It's because that order of events going on. I think that's what's going on. I don't know. That's my assumption. All we know is the bug is happening. How is it happening? I don't know. In editor, it never gets garbage collected? Does garbage collection not occur in editor? I thought it does occur, it just happens less often. Looks like you're soon to release 1.0. Yeah, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Simple, just make a backup every time you get an S+. You're Cartman. Did I plan on the Jason Statham beard / hair jet? I'm not sure. The only thing I'm planning on putting in as like a facial hair thing after this is like a goatee sort of style thing, and then that's probably it for now. Where am I? Populate eyebrows. Populate upper bodies. We got that one in there. Now we want to do the lower body. And then we got to do the entire system to check if the thing is still the correct thing. So that's great. Can't wait to do that. Haha. Whap! Sometimes Crimson sits so still at the same time the music... Brother, I'm just going to say you wasted your 8,000 points. I'm not refunding that. A goatee, I demand representation. Where's my neck beard? Hey, well, you can file a request form and put it inside of this box that I'm never going to read right here. Oh, great. 5 push-ups. You're supposed to beatbox as Kermit? Yeah, whatever. That's about as close as you get. All right. 5 push-ups.
Wasted your points, you did. Say, I will not.
All right, moving on. Thank you for wasting all of your points. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good. Yep. Circulating the currency. Very good. Supply and demand. Where the hell am I? Accessories. Uh-oh. Accessories is an array. Shit. We add the accessory, then we remove the accessory when it's on unhovered. Oh man. Okay, accessories is gonna be a bit of a fucking doozy. You guys hear that? My neighbor is doing a ritual. I don't know what's going on. Can we get a delete channel for 10 million points? I don't think any of you have 10 million points. The ceiling thing also happens in the garage building in the first level. Ceiling thing also happens in the garage building in the first level. Garage building in the first level. I might have fixed that. Maybe? If I just add unique, is that adding it to the array already and I don't need to set the member? I don't know, let's find out. Oh, this is a headache. This is going to be specifically, the accessories specifically, headache. And then in here, in hovered character stuff. This isn't gonna work. Oh, fuck. So we have to do 2 checks. We check if it's either in the hovered struct or if it's in the equipped struct. If it's in either one, then we allow the load to go through. God, I fucking hate asynchronous loading. Asynchronous loading sucks, man. This shit sucks. Where's my golden ducky to talk to? I don't have one. I don't got one. I managed to aim backwards in third person. I'm gonna need to see a video of that one. I don't know what that is. Neighbor be like, all hail John Nanite. What a time we live in, huh? Wait, I'm adding unique, but I don't know which one I'm unhovering. So because of the fact that I don't know which one I'm unhovering, I don't know which one to remove from the array. Ah. Oh. Ah, just fuck it. Clear it. Just clear the fucking thing. Ugh. Yeah, when you unhover, clear it. Okay. Okay, we got it. Posted a screenshot in Discord. How is that happening? You're aiming behind you? Managed to aim backwards in third person. There's no enemy there. Is this only happening for like a split frame and then the character turns around? Or is it like they're just stuck in this pose? Is asynchronous even good, like performance-wise? It's to stop hitching. So if the player's going through that thing and we don't do asynchronous and we do blocking, then we end up in issues. It's persistent. I would need to figure out, is it with the deagle? And you're in this level where we have the different camera change. So I think something must have happened here with the camera thing changing and then this occurring. Maybe like while it's transitioning, clicking. I need Anderson, if you can, some reproduction steps, like exact, like what buttons you pressed if you switched. You did switch perspectives. Okay. My guess is I think I know what might have happened there. I think I know what might have happened there. Can't I actually just take this struct and just completely clear it every time we unhover anything? Because then at that point, we're not hovering anything at all. I really hope this doesn't break. This is a lot of work to fix a bug. Since Ballerina John Wick 5 is coming out in a week or so, what do you think about her being the first DLC with like new weapons, executions, and customization? Maybe even an ally/companion instead of new campaign? Yeah, do you want to work on that? Like, do you want to come over here and get on my computer and do that for me? Because I don't know if I want to do that. Also, do you have contacts with anybody at Lionsgate to get a deal? Yeah, you know, first off, we're going to have to get the deal first at all to begin with. And then someone's got to make it. And then, yeah. Yeah. Special camera triggers don't apply when you switch back to top down. I have that on my to-do list, actually. Somewhere. Somewhere in this list. Probably over here. Oh, yeah, right here. Which honestly should be a bug. And maybe red. I'm going to say it's not really red because I don't see people constantly changing perspectives, but it's still a bug nonetheless. Okay, do you mind? No, do you mind? Thank you. I'd say releasing this game around the same time around anything John Wick releases could be a good idea. Yeah. Ideally, it would be nice to have this game fully ready by the time we're good to go, but yeah, we'll see. So I think anytime we unhover anything, we can just clear the entire thing. Hovered. We're gonna set this to nothing. And I think that should resolve all of our problems. So now we just need to put that everywhere. Luckily, it's an easy adjustment. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. I'm sure order of events is going to work just fine. How long from the moment you say, okay, it's 100% done, do you think you'll release? I just have to wait until we get all of the localization done, and then I feed it into the game, make sure it works properly. We're very close though. I'm looking over every level to make sure there's nothing like super like out there as well. I'm just realizing something. This doesn't need a struct. This doesn't need to be a part of the hovered struct. Why? Because it directly sets the value of the eyebrow colors. Like I'll put it there, but it's like unnecessary. Like we don't need it. Hair color as well. Probably unnecessary, don't need it. We'll just put it in anyways. Hair though, on the other hand, hair. How will you know the localization works? Well, just making sure that the language actually sets it to the language and that everything's input. That's about it, really. I'm obviously not going to be able to check over the languages. I don't know German, Japanese, Russian, Ukrainian. I don't know those languages, so I don't know how I do that, but I can at least check and make sure that things are set up properly. Yeah. Don't worry, Suit for Hire's in the post-credit scene. Yep, that's our marketing plan. Is Japanese out yet? How do I switch that? That is in the gameplay settings, if I remember correctly. Don't you use comments at all? Yeah, like sometimes. Don't look at this mess. This looks like the back of my desk. This would look better in C++. Let's be real. This would look a lot better in C++. It looks crazy. It's not that crazy. Upload a video of the aim bug. Oh, I see what you're doing. Comments are a crutch for bad code. So true. So true. You know what this kind of looks like? When you play like this? This is what I picture when I picture this. Especially with those glasses too. It just feels like this. It feels like the blind mice from Shrek. I don't know why. That's what I'm picturing. Don't ask me why. It just kind of feels like that. Okay, I think I know a fix. I think I know a fix. I think I have an idea of a fix. The language settings under video settings. Oh, I think I put it there because that's the very first like setting area. So it's probably intentional. I wonder if I should put a language button on startup. Maybe that might be a good thing to have as well. Maybe. Gotta add those glasses now. I don't want to add any more cosmetics. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. All right. Time to do all of this. Uh-oh. Wait, guys, question. This is happening asynchronously. If we feed the row name after completed with a check to see if that's the actual thing we want, we could just check if it's null. There we go. We can just check if it's null. Check if the entire thing is null or not. There we go. There we go. Yeah. There you go. That's the fix. That's the fix. That's the fix. Unreal auto selects language based on Windows language. Not in a game by default. I had to put that in. Or maybe it does on default, but as far as I know, I had to do that system myself. In Japanese, should the names of the areas be just their English counterparts? I think the only one that's supposed to have text is training, I think. And that's about it, I believe. The actual name should be the same, I think. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure, I think these names are just supposed to be just English, I think. I think that's the only one that doesn't get localized. At least translate Tokyo. Gotta keep them all the same. Gotta make it consistent. Because then at that point, then I gotta do Caribbean, and then blah, 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 and whatever. I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna do this. He's just trying to save 80 cents. So true. Actually, it's more than that. It's probably like $5. That's a lot of money. That's like a pack of eggs. All right? That's a pack of eggs. Y'all don't even know. Hold on. What am I looking at? Oh man, my problem right now. Oh, great. This does 2 asynchronous loading. I hate this. Okay. You know, all this work that we did, all that work that we did, putting all this shit in. I'm going to be honest. Oh, fuck, man. I think this is one of those moments where I just don't want to fucking... Like, I feel like we produce more bugs by trying to attempt to fix one little tiny thing. When we could just do one fix, which I know would be easy and would be foolproof, which is when you hit back, it'll just reset the shit that you have selected, so then that way the hovered stuff doesn't stick. That's one thing I can do. And honestly, the rest of this, I can't be fucking bothered. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you end up sticking something when you're hovering over something, whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a bug. I'm kind of okay with keeping that bug there, because I think attempting to fix it, doing what I'm doing here, I think might produce more issues than we're actually trying to fix. And then to fix the issues that come up, you know what I mean? Fix one bug, produce three bugs. I think this is one of those situations where we just say fuck it, and we just like, nah. I think this is one of those situations. Can you check if it's locked and only preview if you have it unlocked? I kind of like being able to preview things that are locked. Like, we can make that change, and that would resolve the problem to an extent, even though the problem's still there. Yeah. Switching weapons is now broken? Wait, what? Oh, is this the bug with the baseball bat? Is that what you mean by it's broken, Anderson? Okay. I wouldn't really consider that broken, but it is definitely bugged. Do you know what you were pressing to do that? Were you clicking the swap weapons button or the Japanese audience will prefer it? I'm not too concerned about it, but I'll see, because I think I just have all of these not localized, and to actually put them in might cause a lot of issues. So I'll look into it. I did press the X button. Okay, let me see what's going on there. Caribbean is also cut off? You mean like you can't read the entire thing? I think it's because this text is in front of it. I think that's what it is. But it's probably, there's probably the A and the N in the back there. Using X swap weapon button can cause some weird weapon bugs. I say this is a blue issue though, because it's not really like, it's not breaking the game, but it's obviously not pretty. It's blue. Some text is cut off in Turkish too. You want to test it when a new translation is done. Some text is cut off in Turkish too. Like, what do you mean by cut off? Like straight up cut off? Like a paragraph is like cutting it off or something? Guys, if you can, try to post it up on like a thread because I'm gonna forget all of this stuff. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna forget all of this. I'm deleting all this. It's a waste of time, but whatever. I think this is just gonna produce a lot more issues than it fixing it. They go on through right of the screen on some combo/log texts. Okay. I think I can see what's probably going on there. How would I fix that? Ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. I feel like in those situations, it's kind of a case of pick a different word that's not as long. Okay, and then in here, we're just gonna delete that hovered customize event. Let me just find any references to it. And then what I'm going to do is when you hit the back button, I'm just going to set the thing to what you have equipped, which is somewhere in here. It's all of these events. Sure, whatever, call it that. Have fun with German. All the words are long. It's going to definitely be a fun one, figuring all that out. So when we hit escape, I believe, I swear in... Where are we doing that? Probably in here. Where do we hit the back button? Where do we do the back button stuff? Enable input. Where do we read back? What? That's not what I want. Wait, set customization state enabled. Through new visibility widget. Remove from parent customization widget. I think it's right here. Here we're creating the character. Yeah, I think it's right here. Reset equipped suit. So this should this should reset everything back to its original values. But then what I'm concerned about is how is it How is it that these things are propagating? Oh, you know what it is? I think what's happening is it's probably saving it. I think that's what's going on. Is there a save in here? No. Aha! On controller capture end, on capture end. No, that's not it. Save character customization. Her. Was there another report? Oh, the text cut off in Turkish. Oh, whoa. Wait, what the fuck? Is that the perfect dodge text? Why is it so big and over there? That looks like the perfect dodge text. Target stunned? Is that where we add counterattack? That is where we do the counter text. Okay. Yeah, that's too long. Target stunned. I think we'd probably just want stunned, honestly, for that text. Probably not target stunned. Let's put this under localization. So Turkish. Yeah, I think that's a case where we could probably just remove target and honestly just say stunned. You guys are witnessing what I'm going to have to deal with once everything is done. It's probably fine. I would imagine that should be a bit better. Hopefully. It might be possible that... like, we might just have to make the counter text smaller. And honestly, it is pretty huge now that I'm looking at it. It's pretty damn massive. It's pretty massive. Let's see how it looks. It sounds so funny hearing them have actual fucking sounds now. You can wrap the text in a scale box and make it scale down. And go, yeah, that's the other potential solution is actually scaling it down, which we'll probably have to do for a lot of text. I already did that for quite a bit of text in the main menu, but we might have to do that for even more text. Like the tutorials might need like a size box or whatever. Probably gonna have to be what we have to do, probably. Anyways, that's fixed. Now, did we fix the problem? Oh, wait a fucking second. When we equip something, are we setting the actual value? No, we're not. We're just equipping it. We're not actually setting the value. We only set the member when we click on it. Which is weird. How is that bug occurring where someone quits out and then their character has the things that they're supposed to not unlock? That's weird. Ugh. Yeah, localization's a fun, it's a fun problem. Very fun problem to, a very fun puzzle. So I'm going to say this is blue because it's not breaking the game. And especially now that we made it so when you hover over something and you cause that to occur, but then you hit the back key, it's just going to re-equip the stuff that you should have equipped. I think. I can't test it in engine because that bug just doesn't exist in engine apparently. I can't get it to occur. What I can test is I can't hit the escape key. Can I do shift escape? Okay, that worked. However, I think it changed my skin color. How did that happen? Or does it keep resetting the skin color? Get him, Jazz. I don't understand. Maybe that will work because we're using a different thing. I don't know. Back from EDC. How are you? I'm doing good. What is EDC? Is that a rave? Not a rave. What am I? What's the word? Concert? Thing? What do you call it? I forget what it's called. I don't go out often. You can tell. How'd that go? There we go. See, I equip a different thing. I equip the... Okay. That shouldn't happen in an actual build, so... Should be okay. Freezing my ass off, but it was fun. Was it cold over there? In Vegas? Okay. Is that a Mr. Bean skin? You motherfucker. No, but if you want to see it that way, sure. I don't know how to do Mr. Bean voice. It was 64 on Saturday. Okay, what's that in Canadian units? I don't know what freedom units are. 64 Fahrenheit, I would assume. 70 is like 5 degrees, isn't it? I think. Fahrenheit to Celsius. What was it? 64. 64 is 17 degrees. Man, that's not that fucking cold. The coldest in Hawaii is 74. 74. Let's see. 74 Fahrenheit is 23. It's not that bad. It can be. That can get pretty chilly, especially if there's wind. What temperature is it here? Currently in Toronto, it's 13 degrees with a drizzle. Well, great. I love the weather. I love weather. Why does weather have to be so shit? All right, that should fix the issue though. It should correctly select the things. This is obviously problematic, but that shouldn't happen in a real game. So, problem solved. Actually, we can test this on controller, because I know this is reproducible on controller. Hiya. There we go. All right. Problem solved. I don't travel. I want to travel more. Actually, no, not really. Well, do I? No, I fucking hate the plane. I hate the airport. I want to be honest. The airport's got to be the worst thing ever. This stream title is making me thinking you're coding Prismatica. No, if I was Prismatica, I'd be saying simulating the world with water. Turning water to wine. Don't you worry, we are finishing the game. We are finishing the game. I think. Grim, can I get your expertise on something? You're asking the wrong guy. I don't even know what you're going to ask. You're already asking the wrong guy. I have a texture file and I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be. All right, what is it? Show it to me. This year? Pfft, next month. Probably. What is this website? Hey, can you upload it to like a website that's not fucking sketchy? I don't know what that is. Post it up on Discord then, Bluetooth. My friend requested an option to scale down the crosshair. Yeah, we could maybe get that going. Does the actually I have a question. Is my fucking crosshair color thing, does it work on the third person crosshair? Okay, good, it does. At least there's that. Yeah, I could put a crosshair size. It is a lot bigger on third person than it is top down. I am noticing that. See here, what's the size of this? Like 32, give or take. And then in third person looks larger. By like 2 pixels. 4 pixels. Why is it so much larger? Let's hold on. IBB link. What is this texture supposed to be? Which one? What I'm confused about is this looks like a UDIM. This looks like a UDIM texture. But it's 2048 by 2048. It's a texture atlas of a bunch of different things. a bunch of different things, a bunch of weird things. But armor vs shared all. I think it's a linear color mask. Green looks a bit like it could be roughness or specularity. Red could be metallic based off of what I'm seeing here. The blue value, I don't know why. Why is it brown? I don't think there's any blue values being used in here. Oh, there's a pink there. Yeah, it looks like a linear color mask. For probably roughness, metallic, ambient occlusion. It's definitely a packed channel texture. What the hell is this? What the hell? What are you looking at? What the hell is this? Resolution for an ant? I can't even fucking see what's going on. All of a sudden the stream is in 280p. Must be my internet. Oh, God. I'm capped on servers. Wait, what the hell? How many Discord servers are you in? Brother? I think you're the problem. I have 1 gig of download speed. No, I think Twitch is the problem. Don't blame me. Put your complaints in the bag. Third person crosshair, scale 1, with a draw size of 32. Why is the crosshair so big? Why are you so big? Oh, size 38 by 38. But this is the exact same crosshair we use. In top down as well, so how is it one of them is larger than the other? Oh, wait, the default value is set to something different. Is that why it was broken in third person? Oh, that looks a lot. But now it actually looks smaller in top down. I'm so confused. What the hell's going on? I can look into adding a crosshair size, though. Just means more text to localize. I'm gonna make that yellow. I'm gonna make it yellow or orange or yellow. Enemies need a sound effect when they start an attack. Okay. I feel like it's okay. This one's fine. They have a sound effect now, but maybe we can get a warning sound when they're attacking as well. Maybe, perhaps, potentially. Hold on. I'm adding that to The liked songs list. All right, so I think we fixed all this stuff. Blah 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 blah. Beep 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 blah 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 beep beep. What? Blah 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 blah. What have we done today? I feel like we got nothing done. We fixed a couple bugs, I guess. Hovering over items that are locked keeps them equipped. Okay, so using swap button default X can cause some weird weapon bugs. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Give me a bat. It was with a deagle. So let's see if the bug persisted with the deagle. Is it a deagle problem? Where's the bat? Oh. Oh. Hmm. I see. Hmm. Of course. I think this... Does this only happen with the bat? I think it only happens with the bat, because the bat is in a weird random direction compared to all the other weapons. Which engine? The Minecraft engine? Roblox. It's Unreal. It is Unreal. Okay, so it's just the bat that is causing the problem. Let me write that down. Let me adjust this. Using swap can cause some weird... baseball bat with deagle. Baseball bat holstered while using deagle is in a very off rotation. But it's UE 4.26, by the way, Oracle. UE 4.26. Does that mean V 1.0 is delayed till tomorrow? We need to stop this joke now. What are you going to say when I start working on the next project? What's going to be the new saying? Golden. Okay. How do I fix this without completely breaking everything in the game with all of the enemies? New project is DLC for this game, thus continuing live service. No, I'm fucking moving on. Will the new project need a new saying? I don't know, that's up to you. What are you gonna say? I don't know how I'm gonna fix this with the baseball bat without breaking everything. I guess I could just completely change the rotation of the bat and then fix all the animations to use the right rotation. What's going on? The deagle went invisible? I don't know what happened. Work was absolutely crazy today. Fill us in. Spill the tea. What happened? Without leaking any confidential information that might potentially dox where you work. Let's try to keep those parts to yourself. The baseball bat, the baseball bat, the baseball bat, the baseball bat. How does it work? How does it work? How does it work? That is the question to ask. Where is the baseball bat? No, like actually, where is where is it? Secondary baseball bat. Melee secondary bat. Bat. So here's the problem. The weapon is like that. So then this problem is also occurring on the katana then, technically? Technically this problem is probably occurring on the katana as well. Let's see. Oh, we holster that on the side. Uploaded the crash file. Debugging crash files is pretty difficult right now, and I haven't been keeping any of the PDB files, so that's on me. I might be able to recover it. Actually, it's probably in my recycling bin. Where did the crash occur, Anderson? Was it completely random? What if I just move the baseball bat to where the holster is for the weapon on the hip? Would that look weird? That might look a little weird. Oh, but then we might play a different. Let's try. Let me try this. Hold on. Let's see what it looks like. If it looks kind of stupid or not. Yep, it's inside of me. Yep, it's inside of me. It crashed after the pistol went missing. Happened with the Deagle and first pistol in 2 different maps. After the pistol went missing. Interesting. It's weird because in the image, you still see the gun widget, which means it still has a reference to the weapon. So something must have happened. If I do come up with a new saying, well, I miss the old one. Let me tell you, brother, I'm not going to miss that old saying, not even one bit. not even one bit. One time both the pistol and the bat went invisible. Was able to switch an attack. Huh. Anderson, you got like a fucking haunted build. I don't know what's going on. There's so many issues there. That shit's haunted. Let me fix this first issue first, which is when we have the weapon. Touched on 2 different machines, latest beta build of today. If I can figure out the reproduction steps of that, I can probably figure out what's going on. Like when the weapon becomes invisible. Like, is it like when transitioning a level or something? It's kind of rare and usually happens during action. Okay, I'll do some digging then. Without reproduction steps, it does make it a little bit of a wild goose hunt, but I'll try to figure it out. First off, this melee weapon issue. I don't know, I'm gonna fix this. First, let's go to our player character, then let's find holster. Rotation rule, snap to target, keep relative, holstered secondary. It is just a static mesh. Fuck! Shit! Add rotation holstered. Add rotation sling. Aha! Why, of course! Grim, did I go to university? No. I did not. We want this, probably yaw. The pitch. Add local rotation. Motherfucker. Plus 180? God, this is gonna kind of suck. Okay, it's not great, but it is better than what it was doing before. And I'm gonna say that's good enough, because, like, who the fuck picks up the baseball bat? And, you know, that's on me. Does he also play the sound effect, like the grunting sounds? Yeah, he does. That's fine. The dummy playing, that's fine. If the dummy plays grunting sounds, I'm not worried about it. It's not an issue that I don't care. Okay, the baseball bat, okay, that should be fixed. Let's move this down to the bottom. And then we got 2 more bugs in here. Move those to the bottom. To the bottom. There we go. I want maybe a potential another sound effect when you're getting attacked from behind. Like a little indicator sound. Like a warning sound of some sort. But I don't know what kind of sound we could do. Some sort of like Foley sound. I don't know. I don't need the student loans for my last year, but I'm thinking of taking them anyways and holding on to the money for if I end up needing it. Don't need the student loans for my last year, but I'm thinking of taking them anyways and holding on to the money for if I end up needing it. Owing money sucks, but my car blowing up and not having the money to fix it also sucks. I'm not the best person to ask for that kind of question. Bowling pin strike and land. Man, I wish I could use that sound effect somewhere. Did I think I accidentally changed the wrong thing and I played that at full volume. I'm sorry. I thought that was Unreal Engine. That was apparently Spotify that I edited. I don't even know what it was at before. Anyways. I don't know what kind of... A bell? Make the bowling sound effects like a 1 in 10,000 chance when you hit an enemy with a baseball bat and send them flying. That would be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny. I don't know what kind of sound we could do. Night vision goggles on. I'm gonna lower the volume of this. God, these all suck. You know what these sound effects remind me of? What's that game where you just play like... You just play like... you just play party game... Not party games. I think it uses the exact same pack. You just play... what do you call those types of like little mini games? They're usually at like... you like waste money and you get tickets. You know what I'm talking about? I don't remember what those games are called. There's a game that's like a simulator of this, and it sounds exactly like this. How many points do I get when I go bowling? I don't remember. Like 100? Yeah, an arcade. Yeah. An arcade. Power. I'm gonna have to edit a sound. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to edit one because like some of these I could potentially use. It's just a matter of. You guys want to make a mobile game? Have you ever tried to make a mobile game before? No, it's just a joke where I'm like, the sounds are really like generic. Like, anyone else think Andor is overrated? Listen, man, I think it's good. I think it was great, but let's be real. All shows, when they're like good, are overrated. Squid Game, overrated. But look at Squid Game. Look how much fucking attention that got. Animal impersonations. Probably not that one. Switches, buttons, gears, and levers. Maybe. Oh, God. Maybe not this. Maybe not this. Squid Game was good for a little while there, but it was the novelty factor. It was okay. But it was so extremely overhyped. Why did these have to be so loud? Why does it have to be... Why do you have to be so loud? Why do you have to be so loud? Why is that one called Rifle Boomer? Top 5 shows, Crim, not in any particular order. Breaking Bad. Game of Thrones. I'm trying to think of not animes. First few seasons of Sherlock Holmes. Those were fun. I'm trying to think of shows I've watched. Now I'm blanking out. I don't even know what shows I've watched. List of popular shows. I'm sure one of them will appear on here. Oh, Mr. Robot. Down was pretty good. Mr. Robot, pretty good. I don't know. I wouldn't say Andor. I don't think Andor would be on that list. I don't know. Mandalorian was definitely overhyped. I thought it was good and fun. Listen, when anything picks off and like it's gotten to a point now where there's so much slop, and I don't like using the word slop because it's so overused. When there's so much shit out there, that anytime something even just remotely good comes out, people overhype it. Oh, here's a good one. Peaky Blinders. There you go. That's my 5. Is that 5 or is that 4? I don't know. I'm gonna say that's 5. Peaky Blinders takes 2 slots. There you go. That's how good it is. There you go. That's my list. Yeah, Game of Thrones is good up until like season 5 or 6, whatever it is. House MD, never watched it. I don't know. List of like, I can't. Action. Let's see, action. Like I like Daredevil, but I wouldn't say it's in my top. Most of my top things that I think about are anime, not even real live action shows. Like Daredevil was good, but there's some really shitty acting in there. It gets pretty cringy. Oh, no, I can't say The Sopranos because I haven't even finished it yet. I still have to watch that. I'm like looking through this list just to remind me of things I watch. I haven't seen Chernobyl, but I saw, I think, the intro of it. I think the beginning. See, the thing is, there's anime in here. Why is there anime in this list? Haven't seen Better Call Saul. I've definitely not seen Clarkson Farm. How is this in here? I'm sure it's probably good, but anime again. Although I would put Death Note and Hunter x Hunter probably in top of my list of anime. And Free Run. That one would probably be my number 1. That one is so good. Okay, hold on. Is there anything that's live action here that I've seen that I would say is on the top of my list? Narcos. Oh, Narcos is pretty good. That one, yeah. Maybe that'd be on the top 5. Yeah. Clarkson's Farm is so good. He does so many things wrong. I gotta watch it now. I've already watched Breaking Bad. I would say Breaking Bad is in my top 5 as well. I need to watch Free Run. Oh, Free Run is great. Free Run's great. I haven't watched Black Mirror. Peaky Blinders, great. What else? What else have I seen? That's about it, man. Oh, Blue Eye Samurai is pretty good, but I don't know if I'd put that on the top of my list. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of live action. Mr. Bean? I don't know if I'd call that a show. I guess it is. I guess. Yeah, I don't remember like 90% of the stuff I watch. Shogun? Shogun's cool, but yeah, Shogun feels so short. And Shogun sometimes feels like there's like nothing going on because it's like, even though I know there is, but yeah. I watched Peaky Blinders recently and I stopped because it was too similar to most British soap operas, but alternative history. I don't watch British soap operas, so I don't know what that would look like. Well, that's the top 250 apparently. Haven't watched any, like a bunch of these. Chernobyl, never watched it. The Wire, never watched it. Was not able to finish Avatar, but I did enjoy what I saw of it. Sopranos, haven't finished it, but it was good. I liked your cyberpunk style game. I thought you were ripping me. You probably weren't, but you're awesome at lighting and UI. Wait, what do you mean, Troy? When did you start your cyberpunk project? You have a cyberpunk project? I didn't even know you did. IMDb is cooked. It did look pretty cooked, not gonna lie. Reacher? Reacher's fun, but I wouldn't really consider it my top 5. You know? I would say Reacher's a good show, but I would not say it's in my top 5. Krim's doing a cyberpunk project. Why is he stealing my cyberpunk project idea? Yeah, I don't know, Troy. Listen, most of my inspiration from Ronin was Star Wars, the Jedi Knight games. Mandalorian was a big influence in Star Wars as a whole. I don't even know. What are the games? Do I even have any of my original documentation of Ronin? I actually wonder. I'd love to see if I have any original documentation. I got a bunch of like old devlogs. Oh shit. Ronin 2072 2021 roadmap. It's an empty document. Okay, that's pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna. Environment references. I got a PureRef file for Ronin. Yeah, I don't even know where. Let's see. Let's do Trello. Am I logged in on Trello? I'm not. Dude, I'm not about to log in. I'm too fucking lazy. Unless I was using Google, which maybe I was. I was not. How do I log out? Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't there that canceled Star Wars Bounty Hunter game, or was that way before Ronin? Oh, that was also another influence. Star Wars 1313? You mean Geo? Getting my ROG Alley in the next week. So you ended up choosing the ROG Alley? Yeah, those were most of my influences. Star Wars 1313. Mostly Star Wars. And then for Ronan specifically. If anything, I felt like some people were actually copying me at some point. After I started the development of Ronan, I started seeing some games that looked kind of similar. If anything, motherfuckers copying me. Nah, I don't know. I don't even know what I was doing with my game, to be honest. I don't even know where I was going with it. I don't know what direction I was going with it. Even to this day, I don't necessarily know what direction I would take it if I were going back to it. Like, let's see. I could probably look back at my old Ronin folder. I probably have a bunch of shit in there. Yeah, I do. Where is references? I don't have the file in here? Oh, let's see. Ronin, art references. Mood, art style, characters. UI. I was referencing The Division. I was referencing Cyberpunk itself. Overwatch for some reason. Which game is this? Is this that horror game? This looks like the UI for that one horror game that I can't think of. Lara Croft. Is this Lara Croft? Oh no, maybe it's not the horror game. Maybe it is. Maybe it could be a different game. This looks like God of War because I'm seeing Sun Action. Axe Recall. Let's see. Environment references. What are my environment references? Whoopla! We got some... I don't know what movie that is. Not sure what that is. No clue. Some UE4 projects in here, I guess. Half of that looks like AI. I think this is actually before the takeover of AI. I genuinely think this is actually before AI took over. Yeah, I remember this piece. That looks like Cyberpunk. Yeah. It's all food for AI now. For real. You can't get away from it. Anyways, yeah. That's my stuff. Give Demon Sword game? It's not happening. Why bother with references at all? I don't know. My brain's not that big. I can't really come up with shit on my own. AP's not harmless. What do we got on the list? Nothing. Nothing. We got nothing on the list. You know what we got? I got to start working on the trailer. And I'm going to do that off stream. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come figure out your own style and do it. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Of course you're leaving. Sorry, Flick. I'm hungry. I got to work on this trailer stuff too. I've been kind of slacking off on that one. It's like this needs to be released ASAP. So, yeah. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Take it easy. Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow for more work. What day is it today? Wednesday. Oh shit. I'll be back tomorrow, Thursday, April 6th. Almost April 7th.